In this video, we'll talk about when will NVC schedule your interview, most recent update for January 2023. We'll talk about the recent backlogs, some contradicting information that NVC is providing to applicants as well as the embassies providing to applicants, and what to expect moving forward in 2023. So, if you're interested in this topic, I'll see you on the other side. Hello everybody, and welcome back to Immigration Channel. This is a place where you get the most up-to-date immigration news, immigration information, and everything else that you need to make your immigration journey less stressful. In this video, we'll talk about one of the most common questions that we get: when will NVC schedule your visa interview? This is an update for January 2023 moving forward. But before we do that, if you're here for the first time, please subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our videos. Click the notification bell so you'll be notified every week when we release our videos, and also give us a big like so YouTube will be able to recommend this video to more people just like you. So let's talk about when will NVC schedule your visa interview. It's been almost 3 years since the pandemic started, where embassies and consulates literally stopped processing cases, stopped working, and the visa backlog increased to numbers we have never seen before. US embassies and consulates are working to resume routine visa services in most of these posts, and as we do every month, we provide to you a roundup of embassies and consulates country by country. But in this video, we wanted to talk about what's happening at NVC, because NVC is a major component of your interview process. Without NVC finishing their work, your case will never be scheduled for an interview. Every month, the National Visa Center issues its backlog report, and the latest one we have is from the end of December, so let's take a look at it right now. So, as you can see on the screen right now, the number of immigrant visa applicants whose cases are documentary complete at NVC and ready for an interview as of the end of November was set at 359,000 applicants. The number of documentary complete immigrant visa applicants scheduled for interviews December 2022 were set at 33,406 applicants. And finally, the number of eligible immigrant visa applicants still pending the scheduling of an interview after December 2022 is set at 377,953,000 applicants. And just by comparison, before the pandemic, on average, there were about 61,000 applicants every month pending an interview, so you can see the difference from what's happening right now. Currently, it's taking anywhere from 45 to 70 days for cases that reach NVC to become documentary complete, and what that means is that you've given them all the documents and they're happy with these documents, they don't need anything else from you, and they're just waiting for an interview to be scheduled. But here's the problem that we see and why there's so much inconsistency between the National Visa Center and the embassy, and that's why it's so difficult to predict when certain interviews are going to be scheduled. Before I explain to you the big confusion that is happening right now between the National Visa Center and embassies, it is important for you to understand that even if your priority date is current, your case is not going to be scheduled for interview unless your case is documentary complete. As I mentioned before, complete meaning that all the documents that the NVC need from you were submitted and they're happy with all these documents, and they send you a notification that you're documentary complete. It's possible that your priority date will be current, but if you haven't submitted all the documents that NVC is requiring, your case will not be scheduled for an interview. Therefore, it's your responsibility to make sure that once USCIS approves your petition and your case reaches NVC, you make sure that you pay all the fees, you send all the documents, and make sure you receive that notification that your case is documentary complete. Unless you get to that step, your case will never be scheduled for an interview. The problem that we have right now is that when you contact the NVC and the embassy, you're getting different information from each of these agencies. For example, some of our clients, as well as people that watch our channel, are reporting that when they contact the embassy will tell them that their case is still at NVC. The embassy is telling applicants that their case will not be scheduled for an interview until NVC completes collecting all the documents and will schedule the interview. So the embassy is telling a lot of our clients, and it's been happening for a lot, and it's happening in many embassies, they're saying that it's up to the NVC to schedule the interview, and the embassy cannot do anything about it. Now, when clients contact the National Visa Center, and I'm sure that some of you watching this video can relate, some of you are contacting the NVC will tell the client that, hey, the case is already documented complete. You can check in your online system. We also sent you an email. So essentially what NVC is saying that, yes, the case is documented complete, but we are waiting for the embassy to tell us when to schedule your appointment. So as you can see, there are conflicting information between these two agencies. When you contact the embassy says you need to contact NVC because they are in charge of getting your case documented complete, and they will be the one scheduling the interview. When you contact the National Visa Center, they're telling you the opposite. They're saying, yes, the case is documented complete, we send you an email, but it's up to the embassy to open interview slots. Until that time, we're just holding the case. We're just a holding facility for the moment. So it's really, really frustrating, and that's why you can see so much confusion and the delays continue to grow because it looks like these agencies are not coordinated. So the bottom line is that the reason why there is such confusion is if you look at embassies like Islamabad, Mumbai, Manila, the US embassies in China, where there's so many applicants that are pending in those embassies, they actually are not able to physically interview people. And therefore, these embassies are not opening any interview slots. What really happens and the way it normally works is that once a case is documented complete, NVC cannot physically schedule an interview because they don't know what the interview schedules are at the individual embassies. It is up to the embassy to open interview slots, to send an email to the NVC and let them know, listen guys, we have 50, 100 spots open for this month. Please send us the cases that are documented complete in the order that they became documented complete. That's how it works. And so right now, once your case ends up at NVC, like I said, maybe a couple of months for the case to become documented complete, then it's really up to you guys to work with NVC and the embassy to try to push the case forward. You can do things like try to expedite it based on national interest exceptions. Some of these expedites still work. In some cases, if those cases are pending for a really long time, you may end up needing to sue the government. Again, it has to be unreasonable, it has to be a long delay. But again, at this point, if it's a recent documentary qualified case and you just became documentary qualified, you still can try to expedite, you still can try to email the NVC, request them to move the case to the embassy, and also follow up with the embassy to see if they have any appointments available. As always, if you do need help to coordinate, either move your case to a different post, try to expedite your case, and or sue the government when there are unreasonable delays, please contact me, 619-483-4549. The number is right here. I'm here ready to take your cases on in this new year because we are tired of waiting and it's time to take action. So hopefully this information was helpful. As always, my name is Jacob Sapochnick. I'm an immigration attorney based in San Diego, California. And what we do is fight for our clients, try to move our cases forward, and let's make this year the best year ever. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.